Hello friends, welcome to my channel and thanks for watching this video. Friends, in this video we are going to discuss about the stock of Beyond Meat Inc. and the ticker for that is BYND. So because we have very limited amount of data for this stock, so it would be appropriate if we simply use weekly chart, and then we will going to look at the daily chart, because if you are using monthly chart it doesn't make any sense. Let me show you why. So as you can see, you will hardly get anything. So better we will start with weekly chart. It will give you the same trend, same flavor as monthly chart, and it will give you some precise price action which you cannot see in the monthly chart, but you can see in the weekly chart. So we will start with the weekly chart. So understand this, when we are talking about the weekly chart, the first thing we are going to do here is that we will see or check the trend with the limitations. When I say with the limitation, it means you can see, because the data is limited, so the trend projection will also be limited based on the fact that the trend and the data should get aligned. Okay, so for the time being we should be inside the trend and we will check out the price, okay, which is available. We will not do any unnecessary projections. That's the crux of the story, okay, because that does not make any sense. So here we can see how the stock is moving, and if you simply observe, you can see that the stock is moving inside a range. Okay, so that's the most important thing to understand here, that the stock is moving inside a range, which means if you are if you have watched my previous videos, I have said this couple of times, that whenever the stock is trading in between or inside a trend or a range, you should be, or one should be, keep their limitations or keep their support and resistance which is visible and which is inside the range only. Let the stock decide. Let the stock decide, because if the stock is moving inside a range, there is something that keep the stock inside the range, and market forces or the news are not very effective for that. So keeping all these things in mind, as you can see here, the way the stock is moving, okay, so the stock is currently trading at its support, which is $141. That's the first support, below which you have your next support at $121. But if the stock falls below 121, then the big support will directly come at $75, followed by 55 and 48. Okay, so these are all the levels which are very much active. So all the levels are active. First of all the levels are active, and one must take note of each and every support level, because if one trend breaks either on the upside or on the downside, the next will automatically gets activated. Anyhow, as a keynote, if you can check the overall trend, I forgot to say, but I have already explained, but I haven't given that one line summary, that it's a consolidated or a flat chart. So in that we should remain inside the range. So that's what I have told you a couple of minutes back. Now, as I've told you that you have your support levels, big support levels like this, because we are looking at the weekly chart, and on the upside, if 141 holds, if the support holds, then you have your big target at 167 followed by 197, and your big resistance will come at 242. So for the time being, we are pessimistic till 48 and we are optimistic till 242. Let the stock decide where it actually wants to go. If it wants to make a breakout, it has to make a breakout above 242. Let the stocks makes a breakout and sustain above 242, $245. Then we will decide, yes, it is ready for a new trend. Till then, we have our marked support and resistance level, okay, and that's what one needs to follow. Nothing more, nothing less. Okay, so overall chart is flat. you have all the support and resistance level which are alive and active. You should, or probably you must, whenever you're talking about a consolidated chart, you must, then it's your primary focus to always put the stop losses and mark your support and resistance, because the volatility will keep you somewhere else. Okay, so this is what you're going to do as far as the weekly chart is concerned. When coming back to the daily chart, where you will find lots of volatility, although the most of the levels will be same, but with some adjustments. Okay, with some adjustments here. So for the daily chart, what you're going to do here is this. So some of the levels will increase, as you can see here and here. Okay, some of the small levels get added on the upside as well as on the downside. So I think one more is there. Yes, so I think that would be fine. So you can apply the same levels which you have seen in the weekly chart, but some additional levels are also there in the daily chart, because of the volatility, and we are obviously looking at the short term trend. So after 141 you have 136 as your support level as well. Previously after 141 you have directly 121. Now 136 will also come into picture. Simultaneously after 121 you directly have like 75, but in a daily chart you have your next support at 105, then you have another support at 88, then you will come to 75. So that's what you are going to see. Beg your pardon, this is not 105, this is 103, then you have 88, then you have 75. So in that sense the support level will change. And here also, as you can see, rather than 55 you have 57. So the price will adjust a bit, okay, whenever you are looking at the different trends. And on the upside, most probably the things are going to be same. Okay, the things are going to be very similar, and as you can see that the chart is simply flat. And if you want to project something, actually we shouldn't do that. Okay, in this kind of pattern it is not like that we don't want to do, but one should not do it. Why? Because the chart is flat. Okay, because the chart is flat, we are not going to go beyond 242 or probably $245 on the upside. And obviously if the stock falls below $48, then one should not go one should not hold any positions below $48, because we don't know how far it will go on the downside. Okay, so we should be inside the range. But one more thing which is left in this chart is this, that let's say, if you are asking that, let's say if the stock makes a breakout above 242, then what will happen? Okay, so in that case what we are going to do, we are going to measure the length of this previous trend. Okay, so here we can see it is 309%, and we are going to apply the same thing. Okay, we are going to apply the same thing. So if the stock sustain above 245, then the long term, when I say long term, it means at least 3 to 5 or more. So if the stock makes a breakout above 245 and sustains, which means if the level of 245 holds, then and then only in the long term we are going to look at a level which is as high as $800 on the upside. But that will take its own time. We don't know whether it will happen in couple of trading sessions as it is happening in lots of stocks, or it will happen in the normal way the stock are moving. Okay, but that is conditional, that is not in the picture right now, and that will happen once a big breakout appears. So we will wait for that. For the time being we will keep inside the range, as it is a consolidated chart. So this is the end of the video. If you like this content, do share your thoughts in the comment section and subscribe my channel. Lastly, take care of your family and friends.